Dev's cooking. Welcome back for another yummy update, friends. Bitcoin hitting $100,000 today. There was the most breaking of all news, which is Donald Trump saying that he's going to overhaul the SEC. I want everyone to know this is extremely bullish news where Donald Trump just says, you know what, throw it all out. But for the PulseChain community, there is the SEC is alleging fraud, which we all know is a bunch of BS. Friends, I'm just going to show you, like, go ask the people. Did the people get frauded or not? So, yes, when it comes to these SEC stuff and Donald Trump, it's going to, like, obviously boost all of altcoins. That'll be big, friends. Just think about, like, if there ever was a reason that, you know, you don't look at charts all the time. Maybe you're a guy, you prefer one like words and pictures and stuff. Okay, maybe you just need the intergalactic signal from Donald Trump to tell you Bitcoin dominance is going down, where they're literally throwing out all the SEC stuff. Because the only reason why altcoins had like this big dark cloud around them is because of legal stuff. It was because companies didn't know if they were investing in illegal things. They did not want to commit $500,000 clips, $1 million clips into stuff where they don't know, oh, is the SEC, is it calling it a security? I didn't get it. So maybe Donald Trump is like, you know what, the whole thing's a mess. We're here to catch friends with our Pokeballs in the tall grass. No Rattars, by the way. Send Rattars back into the wild. We're here to catch everyone, and we're just going to give everything a sweep. We're just going to go, you know what? Start from scratch. They've got Paul Atkins now, and he's told him very, very gently to go, Paulie, you're going to do light touch regulation. You see that, friends? Very, very light touch, lightly caressing. That's what he's told Paulie Atkins to do. Also, they've got Tom Emma, who is amazing representative for crypto as well. He's going to do some, he's going to be some position for some crypto thing. I mean, everything's pretty much coming together now. So it just, man, it really is a 2017 revitalization cycle. That's big for our altcoin bags. Now, I just want to show you some facts, right? Just so everyone knows, friends. The SEC made our bags go down 67%. So that's 2.3x. And we know from XRP, what actually happens is it's a permanent cut. Okay, so that news event was like so whatever, to your portfolio today, you would pretty much have a plus 2.3x. So you should be 2.3, if you're in anything to do with PulseChain, minimum. Okay, that would be the core coins repricing up higher. So everything should be 2.3x higher. The whole ecosystem, if you look at it, friends, so the 24-hour reading is actually beautiful to see. You can add all of these up. I'll just show it to you now. You have out here, like, you know, almost a billion here, almost a billion here. So you have 1.5 billion. And then you add these up and you add up this. So it's about 3 billion-ish for the ecosystem. So the ecosystem without SEC should be 7 billion instead of 3 right now. And remember, it did get erased on XRP. That's how we can basically make the determination. So if I ran a poll out here and I said, hey, 250,000 PulseChain community, I'm going to ask you a question, okay? If you vote yes to my question, okay, I'm going to make your bags go up 2.3x from today, or everything. And you continue the bull run. Are you going to vote yes? They go, yes, sign me up yesterday. That's what they say, instant flash up. Okay, so that means if they vote against it, your bag's going to stay down 2.3x. That's just showing you that the corrupt SEC should be dismissing us when it comes to this stuff. And for the corrupt Interpol, the lactating man boobs, well, they've really mogged themselves in the corner now when you think about it. Just because no one takes them seriously. They got clown noses everywhere. And yes, this all fake Interpol stuff, friends. Remember, we end up seeing the criminal report investigations are still not released. Okay, these fake criminal investigations by the Finland detectives and stuff out here. And no one takes it seriously. No one cares about this stuff. Okay, only they care. Finland government, you don't own the Ethereum blockchain. Go call Donald Trump and tell him that you want access and control to the Ethereum blockchain. He will laugh at you. Go and figure it out. Now, I want to share this with you, friends, just to just give you some confidence for this cycle, okay? I'm going to not do what you think I'm going to do. I'm going to basically make it a bit difficult, and then I'll make it easier for you. So if you go back to the 2017 cycle and you try to look at patterns to see if we're repeating it the same as Donald Trump now, we flipped green on the weekly SuperTrend here, and it ran for 777 days to the top. Okay, as soon as it flipped green on the weekly SuperTrend. So if you go to our cycle and then you move forward 777 days from our weekly SuperTrend top, which is right here, 777 days actually flips green in, sorry, it would top out February 2026, sorry, next year. Actually, friends, scratch that. I made a mistake. It's not the USD top. It would be an altcoin top. So like, even if you go back, so if you go into what's 777 days, if you go back to Bitcoin, April 2019, and you walk forward 777 days, yeah, you get literally the altcoin top. Okay. And if you walk forward that 777 days from this Bitcoin run, it's also, there's an altcoin topping zone area as well. But in our cycle, walking forward 777 days, all right, it is not the USD top. It would be the altcoin top. And it is like this February, March 2025. So that's why you can go through any of these patterns and it does give you a bit of anxiety. You're like, man, all these months at some point, at some time, I just don't know. Yes. But that's why I told you, just like you can wipe all of it away. Okay. You can wipe all of it away. You just look at others BTC. You just look at the overall health of the market. Right now we are cheap. Okay. And if we get to what we, I guess, could consider expensive, which I'm just guessing is here. Obviously, you would hope that it even goes up. You just don't know. You don't know. Just at some point, I mean, like you'd be really, man, because it's, if you get this wrong, like who cares if it goes up a bit without you? You know what the next 3 years is going to look like. The opportunity cost of like holding too long is too great. So that's where it would be concerning here, because it would say, well, a lot of altcoins all around in the indexes, that's pretty much showing you that there's a premium pricing out here. Remember, you know that saying, friends. Remember, bull markets, they start on pessimism, they grow on the anxiety and the doubt, and they end on the euphoria. Okay, so right now, all pessimistic. It's going to keep growing on that doubt part. So that's where we're obviously going next. Also want to give you a very quick marketing update for PulseChain community. Shout out to Mr. DcentraliseMe. Remember, friends, he raised like $115,000, called on Mr. Godwell. I made a video and stuff as well. He's got spoken to some agencies. He's got all this structure and stuff out here. He's going to assess the agencies which to go for. And just to give you an idea, right, they're going to go to the agencies to help us. Go to the websites and areas that are reporting on the Richard Heart FUD, and now for them to talk about the good stuff. That's just one thing of many out here. So I think everyone is behind that. And yeah, man, not all of these things are going to work, but we're trying. I'd rather people try, right? That's better. It's way better for us to try and fail than not to try at all. Because then you got no excuses, right? Like we're literally fighting tooth and nail for this. Because we know the FUD has been just like really, really, really bad. But remember my revelation to you, friends. My revelation to you was the market price was going to get here no matter what. That's the truth. Because we are slaves to Ethereum's price. Ethereum is garbage. Ethereum's got a spot ETF. It doesn't even have like proper corrupt SEC FUD. Yes, but Ethereum's price has been poop. And you can see it in that ETH BTC ratio, which has been horrendous. So, yeah, Ethereum has been the large dictator of the Ethereum, of the PulseChain price right now. Where does the ETH BTC ratio go from here? I mean, like, hopefully it goes up higher than this, bro. But this is the fib retracement to go up here, 0.06. You know, that's implying if Bitcoin goes to 150K in the next leg, and you do 6% of that, you get $9,000 ETH. So that is implying, you know, around the $9,000. If Bitcoin in the next leg gets to 150K, maybe by the end of the year goes 250, we'll see how it plays out. Got to remind you as well, with Donald Pump out here, friends, if we're going to repeat the 2017 cycle, there were 2 big alt season waves. Okay, this one just had one. This was alt season wave 1, and this alt season wave 2 was this. This was garbage. Okay, look at this distance, by the way. I'm just going to show you. If you go back in the past. This was alt season wave 1. Look at this. This was alt season wave 1. Okay. And then alt season wave 2. Look how big that was. That's huge. Alt season wave 1, alt season wave 2. Big. Now look how much we got scammed on this one, on this one, right? Alt season wave 1. And then here you go. Alt season wave 2. Nothing. Trash. Look how garbage. Compare that to like that. That's what everyone was waiting for, one more leg. But it didn't occur. It was just pretty much game over. It actually ended here. So this retracement this retracement, when altcoins were dead here, everyone thought, oh, we're down 70%, but we're going to recover. No, what actually happened is NE became down 90%. So if we get friendship in this cycle, it would be alt season wave 1. Everyone thinks it's over, but because it's the Donald Trump unique cycle, maybe we get alt season wave 2 and we come back down here. And then this Bitcoin dominance, right? And then maybe to 2029, we just spend this whole time doing this. Like that. Until finally 2029 cycle's ready to go and it comes out. This might be the actual Ethereum flipping of Bitcoin. If it occurs, I guess, we'll see how that plays out. And I just want you to know, like, on a basis, a lot of people say, well, Ethereum will never flip Bitcoin. I don't know about that. I think it will. Why? I know this sounds controversial, friends, but Ethereum's layer 2 model is actually the most futuristic. They've actually done things right. It's just that they're at third cycle. They ate too many bugs. That's it, third cycle. You were destined to eat bugs, right? So Ethereum's model is, a lot of people ask, so there's a general, so I replied to him in the comment section. He says, Ethereum, why don't you just lower the fees, dude, and just do the Solana stuff? Why don't you just lower the fees? And I've told him, dude, Vitalik, he's a 4,000 IQ alien, okay? They are 10 years ahead of you. They have already done all these experiments, thought experiments, papers, all these other stuff. They've done everything where they found out if they lower the fees, more junk comes on the chain. And then they got to lower the fees again. More junk comes on the chain. They got to lower the fees again. If they just keep doing that, more spam comes on. It's a never-ending battle. And you can't catch up to basically the computer hardware speed increase of all the servers and stuff out here to handle everything. So the model is they go, hey, I know how this game ends. What we should do today is we make this layer 2 model where layer 2s, they're like states of America. Friends, in states, so you have California, you've got there's poo-poo thrown everywhere, bums walking around on their skateboards and stuff out here. And then you compare that to Texas, freedom, liberty, walking around with your Western revolver and stuff out here. You see what I mean? Like, it's very, very different, yeah? And different tax rates and stuff out here. It's up to the states. It's free market stuff. Well, that's the same thing with Ethereum. With Ethereum, they have mainnet Ethereum, but they have, for example, like we have Coinbase, which is like a centralized one-server exchange. Then Arbitrum, which is also, friends, they're all centralized. Layer 2s are all centralized, but over time, they're going to be different levels of decentralization. Then you have Sonium, where Sonium have like extreme button nuking, where they actually like delete contracts. You can't show, so like they'll filter you out from being viewed on the block explorer. So actually, Vitalik made a post on this right here. He goes, the Sonium situation is a good live demonstration of how launching an Ethereum L2 is great for businesses and users. He's basically saying this is all free market at play. The main thing we need to watch for is an ecosystem. So he's just showing you that, he goes, look, you can make a closed system or you can make a fully open system. So you can make it really closed or fully open. He goes, the market's going to decide all these. That's Ethereum's network effect being boosted over time. Remember, they're going to have they got Sony now. They're going to have Disney. They got like every big corporation. They're basically going to have all their stuff connected over time. Remember, they're not doing it on Bitcoin, but they add Bitcoin on the balance sheet. That's how you participate in them. But that's kind of why you just think Ethereum's network over the world, if every chain and every company out here is doing it, I guess it just makes ETH BTC over time glide up over time. And I guess we'll see how it plays out, if it flips Bitcoin or not. Also, having some fun again. Remember, friends, this is what the price chart would look like when Hex is $141. Now, why do I make this post? Well, I always make this post schedule. I love that because Richard Hart, he said Hex is going after gold's market cap, store of value. And gold's 16 trillion market cap. So that would be $41 EHEX, $100 PHEX. Now, of course, everyone's joking. Obviously, we're having fun out here. But are they? If you were talking about a $10 XRP, you considered a joke literally 12 months ago, weren't you? When it was down at 40 cents. You were considered a joke. Do you remember, friends, what the Brad Garlic Breath or whatever it was? Remember they got hacked for the 200 million XRP or something? They got hacked. And it was like really, really bad news. Yeah, who's laughing now? They're like literally touched $3. They're literally at $3 right now, actually, above $3. Who's laughing now? Just 3x away to $10 now. See how fast that changes 1 year. You're laughing stock now. Oh my gosh, you're on the way to, yeah. So that's kind of like what happens if hopefully we want to be sooner rather than later. What if in 12 months from now Hex is like 30 cents. You know what I mean? They're like, oh crap, now you need 3x to $1. Obviously, I'm hoping we're much higher than that, but I'm just giving you an idea of the prices and how fast things can move. Remember, ultimately, it all comes down to memes, cults, and religions, doesn't it? I'm going to show you this post here. So Plebitar, he is a Bitcoin maxi, and he's replying to this guy named Airi Paul. Now, Airi has said, one of the few times in 8 years I've disagreed. My mental model is closer to the 1999 tech bubble. Yes, blockchain may be our future. .coms as they were in 1999. Basically comparing altcoins to late stage internet tech stocks, which were all fluff and they're all going to go to zero pretty much. He says, the bubble might peak in a couple of years, making our predictions the same locally, but I expect a super violent crash without a normal recovery. More like a clearing out, as happened in 2000. So that's why friends, a lot of mid-curvers that keep getting it wrong, because when crypto drops down 80-90%, the volatility is so big, they think the chart that it's going to do is what happened to, say, I'll show you Cisco. Okay, so Cisco was the world's most profitable, biggest valued company at one point. That's what they think these charts are going to be. They think when these things drop, they drop 80%. And then, by the way, let's check out this, friends. This is literally a 4,600. This is for 15 years, nowhere. That's why, friends, everyone in crypto thought, people said, please listen to this, okay? People don't buy in bear markets. So you think you're going to sell the top and then come back and stand in front of the train? No, you're not. 95% of you, no, you will not. No, you're not going to do that, okay? Because people are going to keep posting this chart. They're going to show you 90% drop and they go, well, what if the 4-year cycle doesn't come back? And then you're making no money. You're standing in front of a train for like 15 years and it never actually goes anywhere and you're missing out. That FUD appears at the bottom of bear markets. FTX, high interest rates. See, all that FUD, all that came out here. But as you know, friends, charts don't do that. I mean, if you have a look at Chainlink, okay, Chainlink, just for example, the Chainlink price chart, yeah, look at this. It did drop viciously 90% and it goes up forward. But that's why when everyone's looking at Hex, they see the same thing. They see that long-term thing. So we're hoping, right? We're hoping that this thing just starts to rocket up and just basically just blow everyone's expectations out of the water. But yeah, so Plebitar made this post. He goes, one of the largest crypto VCs basically said all the projects his firm has invested in is going to zero in a violent crash and it will never recover. So, what he's trying to get at is Plebitar. He's trying to say, look, this guy doesn't even believe. He doesn't even believe. He says they're all trash anyway. He goes, they're just the VC. But then Airi replies and he says, look, man, this is VC tech investing. You throw 10 stuff out. It's like altcoins, right? You throw 10 stuff out, maybe 5 of them break even, 2x, 3x, 5x, or minus, 5 of them break even, whatever. 1 or 2, they just go to zero. And then you're hoping there's 2 to 3 where one gives like a 10, one gives like maybe 100 or 200 and something gives like a 30. That's pretty much the distribution of the gains. But memes, cults, religions, friends, as we've got to see, the memes, cults, religions, archetype, it all started from Bitcoin. Okay, so please remember that chart about Cisco. Mark my words, at the end of the next bear market, people will be putting that chart stuff up. They'll say, hey, not everything has to come back, right? That's what they say. That FUD comes out. All the red candles, they don't have to come back. They can stay there for 10 or 15 years. They'll keep saying that. And there's a difference though, right? It depends on the amount of people in crypto. If we have about 1 billion people in by the end of this year, we've got about 580 million. If we get 1.5 billion, people will try to FUD us and they'll say, well, we don't have to come back. But I will be telling you in the next bear market, hey, there's still a couple of billion out there in the world. They'll come in the next cycle. But no one's going to believe that, right? So that's ultimately our fuel, friends. Our fuel is not everybody is actually in crypto yet. That's our actual fuel. In the stock market, everyone was in. Everyone in the world, literally everybody in the world was in. Okay, so that's what you got to understand, and you are understanding that. That's why you got a big lollipop. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.